This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will. Welcome, welcome.
Y'all ready for this? Throwback Thursday.
Thursday. Age of Empires 2.
Age of Empires
of Kings
2.
Basically, this is a game about my life.
Oh, because you're the king?
I am the king.
Yeah. Age of Empires 2. What year did it come out?
1999.
We on party like?
It's 1999.
9099, huh?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You don't even know what kind of party we're gonna have.
1999. So what year is that, Will?
Dude, we're going to party in virtual reality. We're just going to inject ourselves into a computer and just start dancing.
So, you know, back in the day, I'm going to ignore all that stuff. Back in the day, you actually got, like, a substantial amount of things in the box, right? So who made this game, Will? Who made this game?
Ensemble Studios. And not only did they give you a complete game, they gave you something to put that complete game into and a manual to explain that complete game.
Oh my gosh, this is thick. This manual is actually 2 manuals in one. I just figured this out. So if you go from this way to the middle, that's the expansion. If you go from this way to the middle, it's not quite the middle. It's like a kind of a whatever. But if you go from this way to the index here, that's the other manual. That's kind of neat. They stuck them together, and so you go, whoops, you like that, and then flip it over, boom, you got the original manual.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And Ensemble Studios, what was their unfortunate fate? I believe we covered it on Wildcard Wednesday.
They basically made Halo Wars, and they died. The Covenant got to them.
Look at this, man. They put both discs in a single-sized jewel case, right? Mm-hmm. Age of Empires 2, 1999. I don't even want to think about how old I was in 1999.
7.
Something like that.
That game was not appropriate for you. You should not have been playing that.
Oh, it was awesome. It was absolutely incredible. I plugged this game in, you know, Christmas of 99, right?
Mm-hmm.
Little 7-year-old eyes wandering, looking around at the different various unit types and stuff. Oh my god, I was like in love with Ensemble Studios. They were my favorite company at the time that this game came out. I actually discovered Age of Empires. I was at a friend's house, and he wanted to go in the pool, but he made the mistake of booting up Age of Empires 2, and we just sat and played that for hours.
I used to play a completely unrelated game, but also on the computer, Zoo Tycoon for hours. That was that was my jam in 1999.
So, Age of Empires 2 comes out in 1999. I get it in Christmas that year. Boom, I am off to the races. I have played every campaign to completion of this game. Except for what's coming out like this year or something, right? This game came out in 1999. 10 years later, Ensemble Studios closed its doors to a game called Halo Wars. That rhymed. Dr. Seuss.
Nice.
Look, all right, here's the thing. All right, Ensemble Studios, they put so much love into the Age of Empires 3 Collector's Edition. I mean, this box was filled to the brim with stuff. They had an art book. They had a soundtrack. Coincidentally, the soundtrack for Age of Empires 3 is one of the best soundtracks for a video game I've ever played. Just look up the intro track. It's awesome. And it came with like everything. And then the very back of the art book for Age of Empires 3, they had the artwork designed for each of the Age of Empires that were already released. You know, 1, 2, 3. And they had artwork for 4, 5, and 6. And 4 was like would have been, because the Revolutionary War was around the time of Age of Empires 3, maybe a little bit after that. So number 4 was like the Civil War. Number 5 was like modern warfare, because it was either the Civil War, or it was like World War II, and 6 looked like Halo Wars, because it had like the mech suits and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they really had plans laid out for years, and then Microsoft said, "You're making Halo Wars." So,
10
10 years after Age of Empires 2, Ensemble Studios shut their doors in 2009.
Yep.
Very, very sad day. And series basically has never progressed from 3 since then.
Yep. No, they haven't. But I think there's a rumor that they're making another full game.
Yeah, Age of Empires 4 has been rumored for like, I don't even know how long now.
I think it's like, the thing is like, it got revamped. Like one of the interviews recently after E3 hinted towards Microsoft actually pursuing it.
Well, so they talked about Relic Entertainment was working on it, and it sounds like that plan fell apart. Sounds like whatever product was coming out was not going to be good. So instead, they are working towards re-releasing Age of Empires 2, which is partially why I want to talk about it. By far, one of my favorite games growing up. And it's kind of exciting that in 2019, people are still excited about Age of Empires 2, 2 decades later.
Yep.
What was the second game we wanted to talk about, Will?
Halo 3 ODST, released in 2009 by formerly the greatest company or studio ever, Bungie.
It's still one of the greatest, in my opinion. I mean,
it's
you've got some of the best games ever produced for any system by Bungie. That's Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3.
ODST and Reach.
ODST and Reach.
I mean, you had the original 90s games, too, that really defined them as a studio.
And how weird was it receiving your copy of ODST and seeing this in the box?
Yeah, the multiplayer disc.
Yeah, like I had like Halo 3 Collector's Edition that I used for the campaign. And then if I wanted to play multiplayer, I broke out the multiplayer disc. And I had to switch discs to play online. It was like, this is annoying.
I remember when that was first announced, and I was like, this is so stupid. They're rushing this game. Like, they don't care about the fan base anymore.
Yeah, and there's the ODST, in my opinion, is one of the better Halo games to come out.
I honestly really like it. It's very different. It's very short, and I don't think they should have charged $60 for it, but it was a good game.
They didn't.
Yes, they did. It was a full game.
I only paid 40. I paid 40 day one.
Boy, I'll look this up.
I'm pretty positive I paid 40 day one.
Boy, shut up.
And, or no, that might have been Halo 1 Collector's Edition, the HD remake they did for the 360.
Yeah, that was $40.
Yeah, that was.
I pre-ordered 2 games, 2 of those. How much?
Why'd you get 2?
One for me, one for my brother.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, my brother had lost interest in Halo after Halo 3, because he got Halo 3 for Christmas, and then he ended up trading me his Halo 3 for me to buy him the Mass Effect trilogy. Oh,
that's so different.
Yeah, he really liked, like, he was very into Mass Effect, but so by the time this came out, my brother, no interest. Me, still super interested.
Yeah.
But what sucked was, I was like the only one of my friends that bought this.
Yeah. Hey, if we were friends, I would have been able to play with you.
Yeah. So, like, of all my friends, the only thing I used was the multiplayer disc. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it that way, $60 was almost worth it because of all the multiplayer maps it came with. If you didn't already buy them.
Yeah, all the maps. You also had Firefight, which was pretty sweet.
Was Firefight on this one? I don't recall. Was it in the multiplayer disc?
It was the first. Yeah, that was ODST.
ODST was the Firefight.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Boy, don't test me on my Halo knowledge. It's like the one series I know about.
I know, I'm trying to remember. I didn't think that... Oh, yeah, Firefight's on there.
Yeah, that's what you pre-ordered it for, so you can get Johnson.
That's right. I have Sergeant Johnson. Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool. That was the Sergeant Johnson thing that I was thinking about. But then I think later on they released him as a DLC purchasable character.
Did they? I never got him. I didn't pre-order it.
Oh, I did. So I always would play as Sergeant Johnson.
I was super confused because it came out, obviously after Halo 3.
Right.
And, at the end of the legendary Halo 3, you have that scene where Master Chief is, like, floating through space and he's about to land on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
And the first promo teaser for Halo ODST has the dropship dropping into the city, and, like, these cameras are following the drop pods around. So I thought it was Master Chief falling into an alien city. And then when I realized it wasn't Master Chief and it was like a completely different story, I was like, what is this? This is such crap.
The funniest thing to me was that ODST, Halo 3 ODST, had basically nothing to do with Halo 3.
No.
It really had to do with Halo 2.
Yes.
Because it occurred at the same time as New Mombasa.
Yeah, it happens right after Master Chief goes through that, whatever it's called, that jump. When
Exactly.
The ship goes through the city. Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, that was interesting to me. It was, why would you use the Halo 3 moniker, except that everybody's used to it.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be Halo 3 Recon at first. Which still had the Halo 3 moniker, but...
Maybe it's because they had the Halo 3 engine in it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was all the same assets.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
They made it in a year, which is insane.
It is, because I really liked that one. I thought it was really well made.
Well, they came in, they made all the cutscenes, which were pretty good. They made a full game, in all honesty. It's still short, but full game. An entirely new soundtrack, completely different audio than the other games. And it's voice acted. I mean, that's crazy that they did that in a year. That
is pretty quick. And it didn't really have any problems.
No, I mean, I've never had any issues loading it up or anything, so...
Honestly, I think Bungie makes some of the most complete games ever.
Well...
No, I'm not talking about Destiny.
We can ignore Destiny.
So anyways, Throwback Thursday today was Halo 3 ODST, released September 2009. Being re-released probably 2020 is my best guess.
Yeah, not this year, yeah.
And then Age of Empires 2, released in 1999, updated in 2009, Ensemble Studio shut down in 2009, being re-released HD edition this year, 2019, 20 years later, with extra expansions. Microsoft is still reaping the benefits of Age of Empires 2, so 20 years later, 10 years after the studio folded. Like, they have to have made so much money off of Age of Empires 2 by now.
Yep.
So, anyways,
Microsoft knows how to make that dough.
Yeah, they do. So, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Throwback Thursday. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And we will see you
on the next CHRILLCAST.
Oh.